So anyone new coming in, it would be a little bit easier just to kind of get on board. So the CocosSharp API is actually quite simple, and I'll just take like a few minutes before we jump into kind of building out a game to kind of go through the essential parts, so you kind of know what I'm doing when I'm building out a game. So the scene hierarchy, you could think of anything on the screen is an active screen, and there's a few steps that you have to do to get there. So you have an application. It's any application. And that application has a director. And that director, what it's going to do, and we'll step through this, is going to direct a few different elements of what's on the screen. And usually it has one scene at a time. So you usually have one application, one director, and one scene. And that's normally what you would expect in a game on a mobile device. You're not having multiple windows or anything like that. But since we kind of changed the API a little bit, you could actually have multiple directors here. Now these scenes have multiple layers, and each layer is consisting of certain elements, such as a sprite, a label, or a menu that might be on the screen. And then all of those layers can have multiple sprites. So for instance, you'd have multiple characters or multiple labels on a screen or multiple items in your menu. So this is kind of the hierarchy of the game. And what we're going to add on to is building out some sprites, which can be a flurry of different things like particle effects or just animations. And you can interact with these different elements as well. So the CC application, so you'll see all over the place, the core idiom that we put in place is CC, so CocosSharp, or Cocos, so everything was Cocos. So it's Cocos application, Cocos sprite, so you'll see that over and over again in the actual code that we'll be writing. But the application itself is going to do the hard work for you. Well, we wanted to ensure that you shouldn't have to worry about initializing graphics, drivers, or things specific for the device, or worry about OpenGL or whatever it's running on, because CocosSharp not only runs on iOS and Android, but it runs on Mac